The next 3 minutes are going to change your life, so stay with me. If you love silver, you love gold, and I know you do, you probably love coffee, and you're probably doing one of 3 things to get your coffee. Using a cheap Mr. Coffee plastic drip coffee maker. Maybe you're using those K-cups, or even worse, you may be going to Starbucks every day just to get your coffee. I'm going to show you how to get a superior cup of coffee. The only reason I'm talking about this with you is because I've been using this coffee maker for over 10 years. I actually owned a small coffee company at one point. St. Louis was the coffee roasting capital of the world, and I'm coming to you from the basement here in St. Louis, so I do know what I'm talking about. What kind of coffee maker do they use at restaurants and high-end coffee shops? It's almost always a Bunn coffee maker. Did you know you can get a home use Bunn coffee brewer for about $100, and you can get the same quality coffee you get at the coffee shop that you get at a high-end restaurant. You can do it yourself. It's simple and it's easy. You can save yourself thousands of dollars every year over going to Starbucks, hundreds of dollars if you're using those little K-cups. I'll be honest with you, I've never been really impressed with the taste out of those K-cups. And again, this brews coffee just about as fast as when you do one little K-cup. And if you're using one of those cheap countertop coffee makers like Mr. Coffee, you're still going to come out way ahead with this, because this is going to last you 10 or 15 years. You'll have bought 5 Mr. Coffees during that period. And as an added bonus, you're going to get much higher quality coffee with this here machine. Do you want to know an interesting point about coffee? The darker the roast, the less caffeine, because the longer they have to roast the coffee, and that's all they're doing is cooking it, they're roasting it like you can put it in a pan and roast it, that burns off a lot of the caffeine. Another interesting point, the more expensive beans, which I do recommend, Arabica beans, they actually have less caffeine than the cheaper Robusta beans. So if you want super high caffeine level in your coffee, buy cheap coffee that's lighter roasted. Maybe something like Folgers. I'm going to put a link to this in the description below. And when you get it, read the book. But all you're going to need is some water. You probably have that. Coffee filters, which you may already have or can get at any store, and some coffee. The other thing I'll recommend is getting one of these. This is a TERVIS tumbler. They're like 15 bucks. They work great for keeping your coffee warm. You don't have to keep running back to the machine. It's a really good high quality cup. I'll also put a link to TERVIS tumblers in the description below. First and foremost, thanks for joining me here in the basement. I'm always so honored and pleased when you come here. I only talk about products that I own, that I'm 100% sold on. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to look forward to having a cup of coffee with you soon.